What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Viking boys. Happy to have you back on the show. Today, I'm going to be talking about something that can either make or break your flipping business. Stay tuned to find out. So this is a topic I haven't actually talked about before. As you start turning in from a wholesaler to an investor and you start flipping properties, the one thing that can make or break your business are contractors. You talk to anyone, they either have a love or hate relationship with the contractors that they've used, and I can tell you this from personal experience, they can either make or break your flipping business. Everything revolves around them. Absolutely everything revolves around them. You know, the time it takes to flip your property is solely on them. You know, the amount of money you're spending on your rehabs, 100% on them. And guys, you need to be talking to multiple contractors. You need to have an arsenal of contractors, because we made a mistake of expecting, one or two contractors to be able to handle 5, 6, 7, 10 projects at once, and it completely bit us in the ass. We were going over timeline, which cost us more money in holding costs. Luckily, the markets just continue to go up. If it was the opposite effect and the market was to come down, market softens, that can, be detrimental if you're not able to turn stuff quickly. So let's say you're brand new to flipping, you actually haven't done any renovations yet, but you want to. So you're wondering, where do I find good contractors? And I can tell you this, do not look on Craigslist. You will get taken and you will find the worst people out there. One, where we found most of our, successful contractors is from referrals. Talking to other investors, talking to other, people you might know. One of our absolute best contractors was a referral from a longtime friend. And he was like, hey, you guys don't know each other yet, but I think you would mesh really, really well together. He does a phenomenal job. Let me connect you guys. And guess what? It's turned out to be amazing. He's helped us do 20, 30, 50 projects. So that's one way to find them. A second way to find them is just by driving around. If you see a big dumpster outside in a driveway, I can guarantee 9 times out of 10, they are flipping that property. Go in there, peek your head in there, talk to the contractor that's there, tell them about the work that you need done, and see if they might be a good fit for it. If they can't do it, maybe ask them for a referral. Say, hey, do you have someone that you know that you could recommend for me? It's also in this area. You could probably knock out both jobs at the same time. Just start throwing it out there. If you're not out there, just like talking to sellers, if you're not doing that same exact thing, trying to find contractors, 1, you're gonna find bad contractors. 2, you're most likely gonna get taken. 3, if you start buying a multitude of projects, you're going to just sit on them, which we've learned the hard way. Once again, as my third takeaway is get previous projects. See if they have pictures of work that they've done. See if you can walk a job that they're doing now, just to verify workmanship. I can't tell you how many times we've hired a contractor, had them do all this work, and it looks like shit. It's not the workmanship that we would, approve putting out there, and it's always in the little things. Buyers, when they're walking properties, they are going to look at these things. If the caulking on the baseboard doesn't look good, the backsplash, the tile's a little crooked, guess what? That is going to cost you when you go to sell it. And most likely you're gonna have to fix it then. So you might as well just do it right the first time by finding the right contractor. So look for their previous jobs, ask them for pictures, see if you can walk one of their jobs that they're doing now, just to verify them. My fourth recommendation is, and this should be a no-brainer, but we've actually made this mistake before, is don't pay your contractor too much before X amount of work has been completed. A lot of contractors, they'll ask for 50% of the project up front. We're not big on that because let's say on a renovation it's gonna cost 50 grand, 60 grand. They want 30 grand up front. I get materials are expensive. One thing that we've done in the past is we'll actually say, no problem, we'll pay for the materials. You tell us where you're buying them from. We'll take care of that. And, we'll pay you as the work's completed. Because a lot of times, happens in every single business. A lot of people rob Peter to pay Paul. So the contractor will take money from your job to pay his guys for another job. It happens in every single business. Most people know exactly what I'm talking about. And it's a very slippery slope for these contractors to get ahead of themselves. And then they'll constantly be asking for more money, more money, more money. And you'll be driving the property wondering, where's all this money going? Nothing is getting done. let's say if you have 50% out on the project already, but 50% of the work's not done, you know, you're thinking in your head, shit, I'm gonna lose this money if I give them more, which we've ran into before. You know, early on our first or second flip, the contractor asked for 50% up front, so we did it. And then as the work progressed, we were probably about 3/4 of the way there, and he asked for the remaining bill. So we paid it because he sold us on it, saying, hey, I'm not gonna be able to, you know, finish the rest of the stuff, buy the rest of the materials, pay my guys to finish the job if I don't have that money. Guys, I can tell you, this was the biggest mistake we could have made. We had to hunt this guy down just to get him over to our projects to finish it. It was the biggest nightmare. So please learn from our lessons instead of something that you do on your own. Don't make that mistake. Guys, fifth thing that I can recommend is track everything. You have to have your bookkeeping and tracking on point. Get an itemized bid from your contractor. Don't let them just give you a lump sum for what the work that's going to entail. Get a line item bid so as things are completed, you can cross it off and you know where money's going. And also, as they're getting draws from you, ask them, say, hey, what items are these going towards? So you can go on that spreadsheet, cross off certain things, show what's been paid for. Guys, if you don't do this, it is same thing, a very slippery slope to getting ahead of yourself and getting overextended and them saying, oh no, that last payment was for this last payment was for this. So if you just do an itemized bid in every single draw, have them give you a detailed list of what it's paying for, guys, it will save years on the end of your life and so much stress. Guys, I know we all have to start somewhere. I'm just here trying to save you the pain and stress that we have gone through so you don't have to do that exact same thing and replicate what we've done. You have to get started somewhere. Like I said, start asking people, asking for referrals of contractors, driving around. You know, if you see someone at Home Depot, ask them, get a card from them. You know, just start putting the feelers out there, because once you have a flip that you want, you have to have a good contractor and you want it to be done in a timely manner. The last thing I'll finish with, which I kind of touched on earlier, but make sure you know the size of the crew that this person has and don't overload them with jobs. Every single contractor will say, yes, I can handle that next job. I can handle that next job, because they don't want that money to go somewhere else. So what they'll do is, you know, they'll take on that job, but guess what? They're gonna be finishing your other jobs and that puppy's just gonna sit. And you cannot afford that. In a market like this, when it's just appreciating, that's okay, and it's not as detrimental as if it's a soft market, but no one knows what's gonna happen in the market in the long run, so don't get stuck falling into that trap. Guys, I really hope this was helpful. If you have any topics you'd love to see us put together for a video, drop it down below in the comments. Also, please subscribe, please like this video. The more likes and subscriptions that we get, obviously we're gonna be in front of more people, which is the goal. You know, we don't charge anything for this. You know, a lot of people are out there doing coaching, charging for this kind of information. We are literally just giving it for free. So please do us a big favor, like it, subscribe it. Till next time, guys, we'll see you soon.